Sagittarius, darlings. Welcome to my sector of the universe. This is Jess with Capella Wellness, here to help you step into your truth and star into your power. For those of you who've never been here before, welcome. Thank you so much for being here for the first time. I'm so glad you're here. For those of you who are returning for another weekly, thank you for rejoining me for another one of these readings. And to those of my who are my subscribers, thank you so very much for your love, your loyalty, and support. It means the world to me. I am forever grateful to each and every one of you. I want to mention that I have my first Capella class. People usually call them master classes, but I wanted to do something different and call it a Capella class on reintegrating the divine feminine. I have 3 different sessions for those. If you want more information, you can stick around to the end of the reading, or you can check out the description box below on more information about what that entails and how to book it and the dates and times and things like that. Also, if you would like a personal reading with me or a coaching session, that information is in the description box below. All right. I wish you guys a wonderful, beautiful, motivational, inspiring week, and I wish you a happy Valentine's Day. With that being said, let's get into your reading. Hey there, Sagittarius. Welcome to your weekly reading. How are you doing? I hope all is well with you. I send you many blessings and much, much love for this week and the weekend ahead. All right, Sag, if you've never been here before, what we're going to do is we're going to see where your overall theme is for this week, what you need to focus on and what you need to avoid for your spiritual growth, because that is what this is about, so that you can attract and align with the many blessings and miracles God has waiting for you. Stick around to the end so you can see what other guidance Spirit has for you with regards to how to best navigate these energies. You'll get your affirmation of the week, and we'll see what crystal will help support you with your healing. And we will lastly see what is going on with love for you. All right, what guidance we have for your love situation. All right, Sag, we're ready to go. Let's see what your overall theme is for this week. Also remember that time is fluid, okay? Even though I say for this week, it's really a timeless reading. I also highly recommend you view your Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node signs so that you can get a much better picture as to what energies are surrounding you and how to best navigate them, okay? All right. Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian Sirians, please reveal to us for our highest good. What is the overall theme for Sagittarius? Please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. I guess they're thinking about this one today. Let's see what's going on. What is the overall theme for Sagittarius, Spirit guides and angels? Please and thank you. There we go. Thank you, Spirit. They're just like plop. Oh, we have love. As usual, Sagittarius, if you've never seen one of my readings, thank you for being here the first time. But I usually tend to pick up energies for 2 different groups. And usually the group that has to do the most work is to follow what the other group is going to be receiving. So let's start with the first one, the love card. Sagittarius, you are the first sign to get this card since I have been utilizing this deck. So for some, you have to do a lot more work on self-love. Understanding what love really is to you. Is it just being in a relationship? Is it having like some sort of following? You know, okay, so this is weird. I'm picking up on stuff where maybe some of you may think that the more followers you have, the more people love you. It's something with social media where you're thinking that you're validating your self-worth with social media, all right? Especially if you have your own channel, or even if you don't, or your own account and some sort of platform. And even if you don't, you just, you know, it's like you're basing your life on how many friends you have, how many people are following you on Instagram, that type of thing. Some of you might have a very skewed vision as to you thinking that people love you or that you're well liked or something like that, that the more people follow you, the more friends you have on a social platform, that the more love is going to come your way. That's a very interesting message, Sagittarius. That has to be for at least one person here. Otherwise, it wouldn't be channeled. It wouldn't be coming out. And remember, this is a collective reading, okay? Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. For somebody else who's watching this. But please, if you watched this before, be honest with yourself. That abundance, that true love was not going to come in if there's dishonesty there, because that is devil energy. That has nothing to do with love. It will not attract love, the true love that you are seeking. It will not attract the true abundance you are seeking either if you are living a lie, okay? So I have to say what's coming through, guys, but some of you are thinking like you need love from the outside to make you feel love. It's not the way it works, Sagittarius. It starts with you, okay? It starts with you, and it also starts with this creative life force that is within you. All right. What does this really mean to you? So, Sagittarius, you have some homework for whenever you watch this, to really go within and ask yourself that question. What does love mean to me? What does love mean to Sagittarius? Okay. Again, is it about being in a relationship, having a boyfriend and a girlfriend? Is it about getting married? Is it about having a deep spiritual connection where you unconditionally love each other and you want to express that love for the greater good of humanity, like the higher type of love? Is it love coming from a pet? Or just having a pet around, or children, or something that you're passionate about and you don't care what type of money it brings, but you absolutely love it? Again, there's a lot of stuff. And some of you have to really make your own definition as to what it is. And when you understand that better, you're going to be able to really know what it is that you want with love, whether it's with family, friends, or in a romantic relationship. And you're going to attract more of that type of love. You have to be the love in order to attract the love that you are truly seeking, Sagittarius. It's not the other way around. You can't go out there and start chasing and start seeking things and thinking that you have to be in a relationship, or you have to have a type of job, or you have to have a certain amount of followers or friends or things like that in order to feel loved. You're seeking that outside of yourself instead of within. Okay. You seeing two people like holding hands and being all lovey-dovey, is that love to you? How do you know what's really going on behind the scenes in that relationship? Yeah, there's like, for some of you, there's too much of what you're seeing out in movies and what love is. It's kind of like fairy tale stuff, you know, with let's look at Sleeping Beauty, you know, Prince Charming. Is that the right one? Yeah. No, Prince Charming, Cinderella. Prince Philip comes in, right? Oh my God, there's this beautiful blonde girl lying down to sleep, and then he kisses her, and then, oh, that's true love. That's not how love works. That's not how true love works, period. Okay? Not true unconditional love, not that type of agape love. Or, Prince Charming, Cinderella's at a ball, and then she just falls for this guy, and all of a sudden, she loses a slipper and he comes looking for her. And it's just like, did you even talk to the woman? You know what I mean? Do you guys have anything in common? You see what I'm saying? It's like, what is this really to you? If you're thinking it's some sort of rainbows and puppies and unicorns thing, it's not just about that. Love allows and it gives, it challenges, it supports. There's like push and pull, there's give and take with love. It's not going to be all that pleasant. But when you have unconditional love for everyone and everything, especially more so for yourself, Sagittarius, you start to attract that type of love back to you. So really think about this and how you can have a lot more of this in your life. What true love is. When you're overflowing with this from within and it flows out of you, you will be able to create more of that. It's like the Ace of Cups. Okay? You don't have to have some sort of human connection, human relationship, even with a pet, right? There's more to it than that. It's an energy. It's a life force. It's renewal. It's rejuvenation. It's purification. It's the highest form of love of God. It's a divine love of God that He gives us. Forgiveness and compassion and loyalty, probably for some of you. Acceptance, tolerance. What the Empress embodies is what I believe love is. The Queens. Not judging, nurturing yourselves and others, being supportive, being compassionate, and accepting. But again, this is your homework to do. But go find where that source is. And if you want the higher form of love, that source is going to come from God and God alone. Others of you, love is coming in. The Ace of Cups is coming in for you. Ten of Cups. Ten of Pentacles. But I see Ace of Cups and Ten of Cups with this. Because you are overflowing with this within, Sag, this is now going to come to you. And you love yourself so much first and foremost. And you love everyone and everything, even when it's hard to love that person. You still love them unconditionally because you know what that means to you. You know that unconditional love is healing. It's growth. It is the one thing that heals all. It's the one thing that always wins. It's the one thing that makes us feel whole. But that's the unconditional love. So some of you, this is going to be coming more into your life because you have learned to love yourself and you understand the true meaning of what unconditional love is, what true love is. And we have abundance at the bottom of the deck. For those of you where you're full of the love within, you're going to attract that abundance. It's like the energy of the Empress. The Empress is Venus incarnate, Aphrodite incarnate. Venus is highly abundant because she's full of the divine love of God. And she knows that God is her only source and supply. She knows that that true love comes from God and God alone. And because of that, she attracts not only abundance in love, but material things, abundance in health. Because remember, abundance isn't just about money and riches and jewels and status and things. No. It's about love, friendships, other relationships, health, vitality. Your mission. Okay? Your finances may be changing, Sagittarius. Your life may be drastically changing, Sagittarius. Because you are a true embodiment of unconditional love. You have compassion for everyone. You've forgiven everyone. And you no longer go outside of yourself to seek that love. You go straight to God first and foremost, and that's how you are full of divine love of God. You don't care about social media. You don't post yourself out there. You don't act a certain way you're not supposed to, dress a certain way that it's not really you. Say things, post things, I don't know, drive a certain car, or I don't know what this is, or have a certain amount of friends that you know aren't really truly part of your circle. You stop looking for all that outside of yourself, and you found everything within. You found the abundance from within you. And because of that, you're going to be really abundant in love. But there's also abundance in all areas of life, to include material wealth to come in for you, because you're vibrating at the highest frequency of all, which is the violet flame, which is unconditional love. You're attracting that now because of the fact that you are that highly vibrational. You feel full of divine love within, and you feel fully abundant. And now you're going to get all these things like Ace of Cups and Four of Wands and Ten of Pentacles and Ten of Cups type of thing. The others of you, there's something with the material world here. Maybe some of you have a love for things, or you love to get material things. Or maybe somebody shows you love by buying you things, or you do this to them, Sagittarius. Is that what love really is supposed to be about? It's like that Jennifer Lopez song, My Love Don't Cost a Thing. She's like, you can buy me all this stuff, yeah, sure, but that doesn't mean anything. It doesn't. So some of you are tying material things to love. .3D world stuff. It does include social media stuff, which I kept picking up quite strongly for some of you, okay? Remember, this is a collective reading. Do you tend to buy things that are expensive to make people like you or love you? Do you have this obsession with loving? It's like the Devil card. Things that are materialistic, things that are high-end, things that are what you try to get what somebody else doesn't have, and then you want to show it on social media, or you want to show people that you have this wealth or you have this status. But I'm getting for some of you are doing that because you lack self-worth. You don't love yourself, so you go to loving other things to make you feel loved, validated, worthy, beautiful, handsome, whatever, intelligent even. It could be a lot of things. And then maybe you want other people to see where you are at, your status is, who you're with, who you're hanging out with, what you're driving. Again, is material world. You're not going to get true love by being that way because it's all materialistic. That's for some of you, okay? But you have to be honest. You're the only one who knows your story here, Sagittarius. And if you don't face those demons, you don't face your fears, you don't face your truth, the abundance, the true abundance and the true love just will not come your way because you are operating from distorted feminine or distorted masculine energies. That is too low vibrational to attract true love, to attract true wealth and abundance. So there's some decision you have to make here. Are you going to get caught up in the material world, in social media, in things? Just to be in a relationship, because you want to post something. Oh, I went from single to taken, or whatever those statuses are. Honestly, I don't follow that crap, guys. I hate Facebook. Hate's such a strong word. I don't like Facebook. I don't. I actually have to take my business thing off of there because Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram are banning a lot of things to include the type of work I do. But I don't even have those accounts. All I have is YouTube. But again, right, it's like somebody here's got a thing with their status on their social media platforms, and you know, it's been a thing, and it's been a thing for way too long, and it really irks me because that defeats the purpose of what you came here to do. You came here to be a true example of unconditional love, not to go seek it, not to go chase it, and to pretend someone you're not, and to flaunt it around or whatever. There's a bigger mission that all of you have with regards to expressing what true love is, and it's healing. It's about healing. Unconditional love is the only thing that's going to heal all of us at this entire planet. It has nothing to do with materialism. Period. So whatever this is for you, Sagittarius, it's really time for you to start really thinking about that one question. What does love really mean to you? What does that look like to you? Do not go off of what social media says, even what your parents have said, what your neighbor has said, your siblings say, an ex says, whatever. It comes from you. Then you're going to be able to really have a better definition, so that you know going into your next relationship that love that you really want, you're going to attract. And you're not going to deal with things that don't fit that definition. But of course, it really begins with you loving yourself first. Let's see what you need to focus on. And again, there's another group here where you've already done that. Oh my gosh. It flipped to the right. 7 of Pentacles. See, for those of you who understand what this really is, what did I talk about with the abundance coming in? Not only are you going to have like this true love, and you're going to have true wealth, inner wealth, outer wealth, all types of stuff coming in. There's abundance right there. You are getting rewarded for all the hard work that you put in, not only with loving yourself, but learning how to love others and the healing that comes with that love. All right. You've been patient long enough, and you've continued to operate from this place of true love here to continue to feel this abundant in all areas of life. 12 areas of life, which is the zodiac, the wheel of fortune there, the wheel of life. And because you're so full of this, you worked very hard on being patient, because some of you haven't been in a relationship in a while. You focused on yourself. You focused on your personal growth here. And you've understood that everything happens in divine timing. You're so patient, Sagittarius, that now not only is this love coming in, like I said, there's material wealth coming in. You are reaping what you sow. You've planted those seeds that were healthy, that are now, that were going to grow apple trees, and now you have this orchard, and now it's time to pick from the orchard, if you know what I mean. Okay, there's a harvest here. This is about knowing that with patience and perseverance comes great reward. And that's what some of you are getting here. Justice. Your karmic payout, guys. Some of you, your karmic payout is going to be quite significant, because you've learned your lessons about love. Why did I put that there as the bottom of the deck? Compassion, forgiveness, acceptance, tolerance, peace. You've learned to love yourself first and foremost. You saw the truth as to what true love really is. And you embody that now. It's like, again, the energy of the Empress, what I talk about in my Reintegrating Divine Feminine class, which I have 2 more classes left to do. If you're interested in that class, you can check out the description box below. Because that class also talks about what the true meaning of love is and how the Empress embodies that. So some of you learned some hard lessons with regards to love here. You really understand what this is now. And because of that, you've paid off your karmic debt, and now you're getting your karmic rewards. And for some of you, it's quite significant. This is the millionaire card. All right. So somebody here who's really learned those life lessons about love, here comes your karmic payout, all right? And 8 is also abundance, right? Libra energy. Yeah, you're going to be a lot more abundant with relationships. Even new friendships are coming in. Your counterparts coming in, all of those things. Even with regards to the mission work that you're doing, things like that. It's going to be abundant in all forms because you paid off your karmic debt. Okay. I'm also hearing for somebody here, if there's a legal matter or a legal issue going on, that it's going to work out in your favor and there may be a big payout or something like that, or they just want you to be patient and not worry about this legal matter because it's going to work out. Either it's going to get thrown out or they're going to dismiss the case or something like that. Or if you're dealing something with the settlement's going to work out and you're going to, you're going to get a nice payout from that. So yeah, for others where it's not a legal matter, you're getting your karmic reward. You're really reaping what you sowed, Sagittarius, and you planted some really nice seeds here. What's growing from those seeds, you're actually going to be surprised by what you're getting. Because let's say you planted like tulips and then you realize everything's starting to grow, and not only do you have tulips, you have stargazers and roses and daisies and what are the other ones? Carnations, whatever. You get what I'm saying. Okay. Others of you, though, you have to invest your time, energy, money in you more. And I've been talking about this with regards to the classes that I'm teaching right now with Reintegrating Divine Feminine and all the other classes that I'm going to be holding after that. Spirit is really asking you to love yourself. You're going to love yourself first when you focus on yourself first, when you focus on your growth and your healing. When you know your worth, you start telling yourself, you know what? I'm going to take care of me. I'm going to put in the time, money, effort into what I want to build, how I want to heal, how I want to grow. I'm going to start learning how to build a business. I'm going to start putting up that money to have my own website. Whatever this is, it's investing in you. Coaching, learning how to meditate. Again, business ventures. Memberships to things that you know you're going to get a huge positive return from. That is going to help you grow, learn, and evolve. Okay? Spirit really wants you to start doing more of that. Because if you don't, what's going to happen is there's going to be a poor return of investment in what you are putting out there, what you're planting. You won't have that orchard, that apple orchard. You'll have a whole field of weeds. So again, with asking yourself, what is really love? It's the self-love. Love is actually investing in you. Spending some time and investing in yourself. You're going to get the greatest reward by doing that, Sagittarius. You also have, and as I said, you have to do that to balance out your life and really see the truth in the situation where, okay, well, I'll invest in myself, but it might take a lot of time. But when you're going through self-transformation and personal growth and stuff like that, healing, it takes a long time. You have to have patience with that, especially with learning karmic lessons and trying to see the truth in everything and trying to maintain that balance. Understanding what true harmonious, balanced relationships are. Some of you need a lot more of that. But you're really going to have to put in that hard work, that effort, into having more of that in your life. It's not just going to magically plop into your lap and your whole universe is going to change just because tarot said so and you haven't put in the work, or just because somebody said something, or whatever it is, or just because you're spiritual or something like that. Being spiritual means you have to put in the hard work. And you have to be patient. Understand that it's according to divine timing. There's like some facing a reality there. You can pray, hope, do yoga, and watch tarot until the cows come home. But until you put the hard work, there's no way this millionaire type of status is going to come your way. You have to do something. You cannot get something for nothing. And in order to get something you never had, you have to do something you've never done. And if you do want better relationships, you have to invest in yourself first. You have to do the work first. And again, that ties into loving yourself first. And taking it slowly. Let go with the flow. It's all about nature's timing here. Allow nature to take its course, Sagittarius. Can't chase love. You can't force it. You have to wait. It's like the Phil Collins song. You can't hurry love. You just have to wait. And with regards to learning your karmic lessons and things like that, it's going to take some time. But then when you do, that's when a seed is planted. Another lesson you learn, it's another seed planted. You learn and grow and evolve. And next thing you know, all these things that you learn, you're either building a business out of that, or you're teaching other people based on what you learn, or you're building something out of that to where you're going to get that harvest. So others of you, there's got to be a lot more balance in your relationships. You have to really do the right thing here, Sagittarius, and you know what that is. You know exactly what that is. And again, with the legal matter, it's going to turn in your favor. Could also be a lesson about being patient, about just having love come in naturally. Could even be karmic lessons about not focusing on the material world and investing in things like, fancy cars and handbags and shoes and clothing and whatever car you're driving that, it's like maybe it went above your budget, but you bought it because you wanted to show people that you had wealth or something. I don't know, it's for somebody here. It could be a big karmic lesson of having you learned that you need to make better investments, better use of your money. Okay. All right, let's see what you need to avoid. What does Sagittarius need to avoid? Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadians, Sirians, please and thank you. What does Sagittarius need to avoid? Spirit guides and angels, please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. Thank you. The Fool. Wow, Temperance, that's 2 major arcana. The King of Swords. The 9 of Swords. Bottom of the deck, wow, it's the 5 of Swords. So, this is about doing things differently. Maybe some of you, when it comes to betrayal or people taking advantage of you, stripping you of your power and your integrity, maybe you have a tendency to lash out at people or argue with people. There's some challenging situation here that Spirit really wants you to get away from. They want you to learn how to stand up for yourself and walk away. Take the high road, Sagittarius. Let God handle this situation. And again, with the justice card that we say, justice is handled by God. That is not your department. There's no need to seek vengeance and things, retribution or whatever for people who do you wrong. Okay? That is not your place. That is for God to sort out. Because at the end of the day, what you're really trying to get vindication on is not what you're going to expect. It won't be. I work with a lot of clients who started to realize that, and it backfired and it made things worse. So if there's an energy surrounding you with regards to people being hostile towards you or condescending, they are it's best for you to just speak your piece, but come from a place of love and walk away. The fighting and arguing, you trying to one up or your person trying to one up you or whatever this is, it's not going to help the situation, right? That's not love. You fighting with fire is not love. Standing up for yourself is. Yeah, compromises need to be made here. But it's time for you to change the way you look at love, how you define it. Because fives are about change, right? How are you now going to define that? Embrace change, Sagittarius. Be adaptable to the changes. Shift your energies from lower vibrational to higher vibrational. It's like transmutation of those low vibrational energies to higher vibrational energies. And with the Fool here, I have to say, Sag, stop being foolish. That's why I said stop living a lie. If you are chasing love, that's a childish thing to do, actually. It is not a healthy thing to do for you to chase it. You're supposed to attract it. All right? And probably with this love thing, you think true love isn't going to come your way. You have to be it, like I said, to attract it. And you have to invest in your personal growth and your well-being here, so that you raise your vibration to the highest level and you track the true form of love, the highest love of all. But some of you are you don't have faith that love, true love can happen. You don't have faith that it even exists. You may be holding yourself back from actually taking that leap of faith and really start working on yourself. Some of you may need to start learning how to be single here and live your life alone. But you're never alone because you have your guides, your angels, and your ancestors. Stop acting impulsively, especially if you are just buying things just to fill a void, Sagittarius. That's not going to help you. Trust me, I've been there, done that. That was a huge karmic lesson for me to learn. I really had to see the truth of the situation and face reality by what I was doing. Just because I didn't feel loved and valued, I had to go to material things, and it really messed up my finances. But that's because I wasn't investing that money in me and not focusing on loving myself. Yeah, I was pretty foolish doing that for sure. Especially with my poor spending habits, right? There's so many poor returns of investment, guys, you have no idea. And I'm being vulnerable because there's no reason for me to pretend I'm perfect and that I had no issues at all. I just told you that I had an issue with money, and I didn't really value it the way it should have because I didn't value myself the way I should have. So yeah, I was acting this way. So some of you who resonate with this piece, you know, with materialism and stuff, you got to stop acting the fool. And you have to stop making impulsive purchases. Start utilizing that money to buy a class, to buy a subscription to something, a membership to something, to building your business, to I don't know what it is that you want to do. Something that is really going to give you a great return where you're going to get something back from it tenfold or sevenfold. That is going to help you to really grow, learn, and evolve. All right. And the Temperance card. This is overindulgence. You have to live life in moderation, Sagittarius. You don't have to buy everything. You don't have to have everything. People don't care what you wear, what you look like. They're not supposed to. You may think that it is important, but it really isn't. Again, if you're seeking that validation outside of yourself and you're overspending to do that, or trying to be someone you're not, it's not working. It's probably, you probably already know this, Sagittarius. You know it's not working for you. Some of you may very well have money issues right now, financial hardships. But there's an overindulgence in things. Maybe there's emotional spending here. Okay, this is your energy. You're showing up to your own reading. That's quite significant, Sag. And with the Fool, it's Aquarius season right now. We're about to finish Aquarius season, but what I'm getting from this is, now that I have me go back to this, it's time for you to make these changes starting in Aquarius season. We're almost done, Sag. It's really time to live life more in moderation here. You will attract a lot more money, a lot more abundance if you focus on your healing. If you focus on living in moderation and not overspending and not overdoing it and not trying to have this, staying away from this skewed vision of what love is for you. This is about patience and divine timing. Again, you guys are trying to do all these things to attract a relationship or to be with somebody. That's not love, because you, again, you're chasing. And if you're a female, you're divine feminine. Divine feminines do not chase. A true divine feminine knows her worth, and she has a tremendous amount of patience. And she always trusts in divine timing, has compassion, forgiveness, acceptance, tolerance for other people. She loves herself first and foremost. She does not have to seek outside herself. And she is completely balanced. The divine feminine has this sacred balance within her. Why? Because she balanced her masculine and feminine energies within. She's not overly logical and she's not overly emotional. She's perfected that balance, and that is what God is asking you to do, Sagittarius. And with love, let love come to you, Sag. Don't go after it. You're going to attract something amazing when you've elevated your vibrations to the highest frequency. Again, these are two divine timing cards and patience cards. You have to let nature take its course. You have to go with the flow. You're going to be surprised by like who comes into your life when you invest in yourself and your personal growth and your well-being. But you really have to stop living life out of excess. There's excess spending. There's self-indulgence. It's like, I gotta have all this stuff for me, right? But if it's material things, it's not helping you with your personal growth, is it? It's not helping you with your healing. You have to get to a more recalibrated state here, Sagittarius. Perfect orchestration is this card. Everything has to be fully aligned and fully balanced in order for things to happen. And with love for you, Sagittarius, that's part of that too. You have to allow the love to come in, not go after the love. So work on your impatience. Understanding that it's according to God's will, not yours. All right. And then the King of Swords. Cold-hearted and detached. Are you blocking yourself from true love coming in? Maybe you are, because if you're focusing too much on material things and not investing in yourself, then yeah. Maybe you're attracting people who are cold-hearted and detached. Maybe air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Maybe you're putting too much logic into this. You're making calculated moves. You're thinking, oh, love has to be this way and that way because that's what society has said. That is what, this guru said. This is what whatever said, or this book or something like that, this movie. No. It's about your truth. You have to follow your own path of truth, Sagittarius, not somebody else's. What true love is to you, okay? You can get guidance and stuff from other people, like you're getting guidance here. But you take that and you say to yourself, okay, well, what else can I really better understand what true love is? What else do my guides and angels have for me to see the truth in the situation with, okay? For the spending, for some of you, there's like ruthless, reckless spending here. It has to stop. It has to stop. That is not going to attract more abundance. It won't. You have to control. Some of you really have to control your spending. This disposition is also about you lacking integrity, Sagittarius. You have to speak your mind with confidence and integrity. But this guy in this position tells me you're not. That you're not even, being in this power of being authentic with yourself and everyone else. You could also be dealing with somebody who's always stripping you of your power and your dignity, your integrity, okay? This is someone who's very addicted to power. That could be you, it could be your person, it could be both of you. Right? Trying to take control. I talked about that. You can't take control. You can't be so controlling, especially when it comes to love, Sagittarius. It does not work that way. You will not get that true abundance and the love of your life if you try to control love, if you try to control other people to get to love you, to try to control the situation, trying to force love to happen. It backfires because you're going against the wheel of karma. You will continue to repeat your same karmic patterns, Sagittarius, if you continue to do this. This also talks about a legal matter here, like we talked about. They don't want you to worry about whatever this legal matter is. All right? Because here's the Nine of Swords. Don't get caught up in it, because what happens, your thoughts create your reality, right? Some of you are like looking up all this information about whatever this legal case is, and it's stressing the hell out of you. Stop doing that. That's for somebody here, okay? Get out of your headspace. Stop doing all this research or looking up information, looking for the truth outside of yourself. Go within, go meditate, ask God, God, could you please help me with this court case, whatever this is? All right, some settlement. And again, it's not for everybody, it's only for some of you. And you're stressing out about it. Stop stressing. There's no need to fear this. There's no need to worry. Somebody's very anxious. Why? We already saw the Justice card. It's going to work in your favor. And maybe you've been getting signs that it's going to work in your favor. This is also justice here. You think you're not going to get justice or something. This is for some of you, not for all of you. But again, God rules the Justice Department. Let God handle that. That is not your place. Especially if you really are embodying divine feminine, divine masculine energy. Those energies do not seek vengeance. They let God handle everything. Because God sees everything. So a lot of you have to start praying more. And stop worrying so much. Stop being hopeless and fearing the worst. Start praying about it. See it as already, completed. Thank you, God, that this legal matter worked out. That I'm hearing maybe somebody might be evicted or something. Thank you, God, that this eviction didn't happen. Thank you, God, that there's a legal settlement. Thank you, God, that I'm not going to go to jail. Thank you, God, that this is going to turn out in my favor. Thank you for the positive outcome in the court case. If this is a court case for somebody, you should start praying, thanking God first before it happens. It's going to help you alleviate this stress, sleepless nights about this legal matter. All right. And if it's not a legal matter, again, you cannot control love. And I said, you can't hurry it. You have to, though you can hurry love, you just have to wait. Again, controlling situations or relationships is not going to help you right now, Sagittarius. You have to go with the flow. You have to find peace and solace within yourself. And that starts with prayer. When you've prayed a lot and you still don't feel at peace, keep praying. Until you feel completely at peace with yourself and you're not up in the Nine of Swords energy, you don't have to pray anymore. You've elevated your vibration and now you truly know what true love is. When you're full of that, you're not experiencing this most of the time, okay? Most of the time. So there is going to be recovery here, but you're really going to have to see the truth of the situation. You have to start seeing the light. You have to start facing the truth about your situation here, Sagittarius. You have to break the cycle of excessive spending, of being selfish, being overindulgent, of not balancing your emotions, of dealing with people who cannot commit to you because they are emotionally unavailable. You got to find that peace. And peace comes within. And peace comes from forgiveness. Forgiveness doesn't mean you condone what they did. It doesn't mean they win. It just helps you to move on from the person so that you can clear those energies. And when you clear those energies with forgiveness and compassion, a whole bunch of abundance comes flowing in. All right. Break that cycle. If you, there's something with money here because you keep overspending or something, it's for some, not all, and it's causing you a lot of stress, or you're giving too much away of your money to other people, thinking that, you know, people are going to love you because you're giving them stuff. That's not how what love is. Okay? Or somebody giving you stuff, lots of awesome material things, but they have no emotions. They can't express them. They're very cold-hearted and detached and very logical and very stoic and rigid. No. You need somebody like the King of Cups, not the King of Swords. Okay? Start doing things differently here. It's time to make some changes, Sag. Break those chains that bind you. Stop with those cycles. You know very, very well that this situation is not serving you in the least bit. Let's see what your guidance is for this week. Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian Sirians. Please reveal to us for our highest good. What guidance do you have for Sagittarius? Please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. Thank you. Oh, there's two. Chrysocolla, start fresh. Aquamarine, what did I say? Go with the flow. This is one of my favorite gemstones. I like Chrysocolla too, but Aquamarine's a big thing for me. Rose quartz. Open up your heart. Or maybe this is you, Sag. Maybe you've been burned by love before and you're cold-hearted because of it. You're detaching yourself from that, but you're never gonna have true love come in if you don't open your heart back up. That's why some of you really need to invest more in your healing. Some of you got to do some chakra healing, especially heart chakra healing. That's going to keep you from being King of Swords in this position here. It's the shadow side of the king. He can't guard your heart forever, Sag. You just can't. Rose quartz, bottom of the deck. Remember, your first love, it should be you. Embrace radical, unconditional self-love. See? This will help guide you to a place of understanding, patience, and joy, which you can then share with others. By embracing unconditional love for yourself, you open your heart to receiving the kind of love you need and deserve from others. So go ahead, fall head over heels in love with yourself. Only then will you be able to express that level of true love with that special someone. What would it look like to show yourself unconditional love? What do you love about yourself? Affirmation is, I am love. Today, stand in front of a mirror, look yourself in the eyes, and say, I love you 3 times. My heart chakra meditation is excellent for this. I actually had one of my clients do it, and it helped her. Something surfaced in that meditation, and I didn't expect it, neither did she. And it helped her to understand what this was talking about. She had things about forgiveness and unconditional love come up. So some of you have to do some, I talked about heart chakra, did I not? Some of you have to heal that heart chakra. And this rose quartz is a great crystal for this. So if you have it, hold it, say this affirmation 3 times, at least twice a day or whenever you feel like doing it. If you don't have it, go ahead and order it if you can. If not, maybe just look at the image here. Pause it, take a screenshot, look at the image and say the affirmation. Or like it says here, look in the mirror and say, I love you. But this healing, I'm telling you, this is a very powerful gemstone for clearing the heart chakra. I also highly recommend you start listening to solfeggio frequencies. I think it's 437 hertz. They're all over YouTube. Listen to that in your sleep. It's going to help you. Okay. With healing the heart chakra. I know for me, I had to heal it. Especially if you're a divine counterpart, your heart chakra has to be completely cleared before you're ready for union. Harmonious sacred union, I should say. All right, let's look at, where did I miss this? Chrysocolla. Start fresh. It's time to start fresh, Sagittarius. Close the door behind you so you can move forward and open a new one. Every day is a blank canvas, an opportunity to boldly go after the things in life you want and leave behind anything you don't. You do not need to settle for the status quo or accept what already is. You have the power to change your life and do things differently every day. It's time to live by an out with the old, in with the new and beautiful mentality. What areas of your life are calling for a fresh start? What can you say goodbye to, and what can you welcome into your life? Your affirmation is, I welcome the opportunities each new day brings. Today, tidy or redecorate a space. Welcome new life by adding fresh flowers or potted plants. Oh, they forgot. They told me I forgot something. For those of you where this love is coming in, all right, or somebody's going to express love to you, that you've waited long enough and now you're going to reap your rewards because of it. Somebody's coming in to speak with honesty and integrity. They're going to tell you the whole truth and nothing but the truth. All right, there's a completely new beginning here. There's going to be peace between you. You guys are going to be breaking the cycle with not telling each other the truth. You are going to gain a lot of clarity because this person has mastered focus and clarity. And what they share with you, it might be like something you've been praying for. You might even cry over it so much because you're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this person actually expressed their truth to me, type of thing. Because maybe it's been a long time coming that this person, you know, actually communicated with you, let alone they came from a place of, they're now coming from a place without fear, honesty, integrity, that type of thing. They have head-heart balance, and they know that they can't get overly emotional, that they have to speak the truth to you. So this is going to bring a fresh new start, right? A new beginning for you guys. And this is with a lot of healing. This is usually the twin flame angel, as they call it. She's coming in to bring both of you into one. This is two becoming one here. And there's a lot of healing. She's bringing the masculine with the feminine because they're both aligned now. And she's going to be healing them too. This is the perfect orchestration that is happening between the masculine and the feminine. And now that they're fully aligned, they're going to start this new beginning. And they're not going to go back to who they used to be. They're always going to be on their own path of truth, but always communicating the truth to each other. And they're no longer, you know, going to feel alone because they realize that they were never alone in the first place. They had to understand that they had guides, angels, ancestors to love them too, and that they learned to love themselves. All right. And with that Five of Swords there at the bottom of the deck, your person is doing things differently, but they're also making amends. They're also going to do the right thing here. This may come as a shock and a surprise to you by how much they've changed. All right? They really want to resolve this conflict here. They're changing things around. They're also embracing change, because before they had a hard time with change. All right, so let's go back to the crystals here. Let's go to aquamarine. One of my absolute favorites. Here we go. Go with the flow. Stay fluid. If one way of doing things isn't working, find another way. Remain open to seeing things from different vantage points and perspectives. If plans change or obstacles arise, chart a new course to get to the other side. You are like water, unstoppable. Keep moving and you will get to where you want to go. Sometimes it just takes a bit of fluidity to get there. No matter how strong the current, remember to go with the flow and enjoy the ride. What causes you to feel attached to an outcome? What could result if you were flexible? How can you show up to meet unexpected changes? Your affirmation is, I surrender to the ebbs and flows of life. Today, release your expectations for how a situation is supposed to go. Stay fluid and go with the flow. See, with divine timing and patience, God, everything is according to God's will, guys. It's not your will. God knows what he's doing. I talked about perfect orchestration. He wants to be, things need to be perfectly balanced before whatever it is that you're wanting comes into the physical. Okay. So we're going to see what your love situation looks like. Why did I put that card away? I wanted to keep it out. It's like I'm already closing up here. All right, Sagittarius. Let's see what's going on, what guidance we have for love. They said, hold up. Look, balance. Love is not always about agreeing just for the sake of it. A great relationship is one that both supports and challenges. This is exactly what I was saying. Balance again with Temperance and the Justice card that we saw. Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian Sirians, please reveal to us for highest good. What guidance do we have for Sagittarius' love situation? Please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. Oh, that one doesn't want to go back in. Romance. Cupid's arrow strikes. And the bottom is a new beginning. A new adventure awaits. Embrace it and live your dreams passionately. Yeah, see, this is for those of you who've learned about self-love. New beginnings is right there. You're not going to go through any more pain and hopelessness and despair with regards to love, because you finally learned your lessons about what love really is. So now there's a new beginning here, and yeah, there's romance coming in. That would be abundance right there. Okay, because you put in the hard work. All right, if you still feel pain and hopelessness and suffering, guys, you're not ready for this new beginning with this romance to come in. I have to be honest, because you cannot have pain. You cannot have this in your heart space, in your heart chakra. If you want true love to come in, you can't, because this is too low vibrational to be in alignment with what this is and this is. Right? Like attracts like. Again, you have to be honest with yourself. You could be like, oh, yay, love, it's a new beginning, I'm getting romance and stuff. But if you feel this still, you're not ready. You're not ready. Again, your heart chakra is not cleared. So we had this. You got to focus on self-love first. You got to heal that heart. Again, see, with the being foolish here, don't try to lie to yourself. All right. All right, Sagittarius, if you would like a personal reading with me or a live coaching session, or you'd like to work with me on your spiritual growth or anything else in general, information on that is in the description box below. You can hop on over to capellawellness.com, check out my service suite there. I have plenty of different services to help others with whatever it is they're seeking. If you have any questions about this reading, about my services at all, please send me an email. It's in the description box. Go to capellawellness.com. There's plenty of other ways to contact me. I am having my last 2 classes for reintegrating the divine feminine. You can find more information about that. There's a direct link to go to the page to choose which class you would like to book. It does talk about this, embodying this fully, because when you understand, you reintegrate that divine feminine, you understand what true love is, and you're full of this. You're embodiment of this too. And again, you attract this type of stuff. And we go over a lot of things about what self-love really is and what the distorted feminine qualities are compared to the divine feminine qualities. That's going to be very important for a lot of people to better understand. On top of that, I have 6 new services that are more affordable. I have links to all of those in the description box below. If you go to capellawellness.com, go to the personalized readings category, and you will see those new services right at the top of the list there on that web page. Also, if you didn't already hear, I know March 17th, like TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram are going to start banning tarot readers and astrologers, and anyone who deals with spirituality. You can go look it up. It's all over YouTube and all the other social media platforms. So I have been affected by this because my channel's growth has significantly dropped. If some of you pay attention to my statistics, you probably have noticed that. So now I know why they're not promoting my stuff, because I do this work. So if you really enjoy my work and you follow my readings and stuff like that, I would highly recommend you sign up at capellawellness.com. There's a sign me up button there. You will get an email with access to my private mobile app. It's a free app, okay? I'm going to start preparing to transfer all of my readings to my website. That is going to be the only place you're going to find me at, period. I don't do Patreon, because Patreon might go away too. And I have my own website set up to handle pretty much almost everything that YouTube does, except without all the ads, without all the scrolling around. You will get what you need in one central place. And if you become a client of mine, if you're not already, you're going to get a lot more from that. I can do lives from my website and on my mobile app, all types of stuff. You have direct access to me there, and you won't have to deal with all this other bullcrap that YouTube has. So again, if all of a sudden, if something happens where this totally drops off and I haven't made my announcement that I have fully moved over to my own platform, you know where to find me. Go to capellawellness.com. If you need to write that down somewhere just in case, do it. I'm pretty sure if you type it in Google or in DuckDuckGo, you type in Capella Wellness LLC, you will find me there. You should. All right. You have my first name too. All right. It's Jessica on my website, but I go by Jess, as you know. So I wanted to get that out there in case all of a sudden you've been really, this has been helping you, or you like following me, or listening to my readings, I should say. And if something happens where I don't have time to tell you guys that I've left, then you're going to know where I went. Okay, so I wanted to make sure I said that at least at the end of this video. I'm probably going to be repeating myself up until either I give you guys the go ahead to go to my website to view my readings, um, or if that doesn't happen, you know where I went or where I'm going to be. All right. Okay, Sagittarius, that concludes your weekly reading. Thank you so very much for watching this video, for subscribing to this channel if you haven't already, and for illuminating that thumbs up button. I would greatly appreciate it. I wish you the best today and always. I send you so much love, and I hope I illuminated your well-being today. Again, this is Jess from Capella Wellness, starring out.